to get away from brutes like you.
You fail to amuse me.
So I'm just going to start this video by saying I don't by any means think this is a good build. I can appreciate what Blizzard was trying to do with it, but I don't think it actually. There's the camera. I don't think it actually works because of the amount of mana consumption and mobility required to do the E build, the laser, the destruction of doom stuff that actually comes out of Azmodan's mouth in Diablo 3. Hot tip for you there. Which I think would be hilarious, like if he was laser barfing on people. But anyway, the whole intention behind this build is that with your Q, what they did to Greed to try and make it compete while still being diverse with the other level 1 talents is that once you hit 200 stacks, your laser range is increased. So it increases by 25%, and your soldier damage is increased, your W, which maybe I'm just playing too spammy with. Oh look, she's got 2 health, and she's dead. Soldiers, I mean the demon soldiers themselves, like, I'm every time I'm using them, I'm just trying to throw them into a lane to put as much meat in that lane as possible, just run it down. But the other thing that you're doing as much as possible with this build is using your E. Which also kind of sucks because your E doesn't give you stacks from level 1 like the other 2 globe talents. So if you take your gluttony at 1, you're just getting bonus stacks for hitting fucking people. And if you take Wrath at level 1, your auto attacks are giving you extra stacks for hitting people also, which you're already getting bonus stacks for hitting people. I think you get 2 per person per hero, and then you get 1 per minion. So when you're building with those other 2 talents, Wrath gives you a good backup, whereas Gluttony just gives you a lot of front-loaded ability, especially in maps like this where everybody's like really grouped up a lot. Greed, it just takes Azmodan back to the days where, like, he kind of had to, I don't want to say rely completely on his own, but I don't know. Greed is still just clearly the worst. And while the payoff, I mean, even the payoff for what it does, with Wrath you're getting like additional auto damage after globes. With Gluttony you're getting reduced cooldowns on globes. Additional E range and soldier damage doesn't seem wonderful. I was just going for the extra stacks there from the people. I think that's more. Honestly, what I think I should be doing when I'm building Greed is not looking for minion stacks, but more or less looking for clumps. See, because that's 3. But if I hit 2 heroes, I get 4. So I should be just trying to hit multiple heroes instead. He dashed in, so obviously he's going to eat full laser. I am going to get 4 stacks out of those 2. But I'm not going to get any actual minion stacks, even though Greed deals more damage to minions. It's like, do you see why this is a bit... it's just very And then the other thing that Greed does, so it splits up its power spike. When you hit 200 stacks on the ability, you get 25% more range on your E, but you also get more, I think it's attack speed or damage on your W, on the demons from your W. Not that demons are reliable damage anyway, but they're built to push. E is also kind of, I mean, E has double functionality. You can push with it, and you can, I don't know how the fuck. Oh, right, Tychus boot me out of the tether range. Fuck you, Tychus! What was I saying? Oh yeah, but having to use 2 abilities, even after you stack your Q, whereas with Gluttony and Wrath, you're still front-loading all of your damage. Like, everything you do is from your Q. And that's a lot of where your W is just there to push lanes, and your E is there to kind of do some extra damage when you need it in team fights. But a lot of what you should be doing is based in your Q with the other builds. So, your trait just kind of has the universal, no matter what building or build you're going, your trait is going to be as good as it will always be, because it's global, because it really, really fucking helps with the push. So at 7 I took the talent that makes the pool under the E target, the laser target, and if you hit people with that, you get extra stacks, and if you just finish channeling the laser on a person, period, you get stacks from that too. But think about the way that your E works. You put it on one person, and that gigantic pool there, see, like, he even walked just outside of the range of Tychus, so now I only get the stacks from Leo. And even though I killed him, it's still just 3 stacks. So if we come down here, Master of Destruction talent 15. I've had the talent for 3 levels now, and I've only managed to get 15, which is 5 full channels on a single hero. I don't know if I hit multiple heroes with any of it, which sucks because I like the talent, I like the pool around him, but it's so easy to get away from. And the fact that, like, you can just kind of like walk away from the tip of the tether is also kind of fucked up. I don't know. I think this playstyle is fun. I just think that there are some technical limitations making it less than usable. It's actually perfect for pushing though. Like if you're on big maps, bummer. If you're on big maps like Warhead or Cursed Hollow or Garden of Terror, this build, once you hit the stacks, will make you absolutely a pushmaster. Not that you're not that with the other builds, because of your clear and everything that you can do at 10, but this just lays down a fuck ton of AoE damage just indiscriminately. Whereas the other builds are more based around your Q, your E is used to kill buildings, and your W is just used to help the wave. But with this build, your E kills the wave, kills buildings, your Q kills the wave and buildings, your W deals more damage to buildings and the wave. Like, everything about this is just insane push. I don't take Demonic Invasion, especially on little maps like this. It just doesn't make any sense. On a big map, maybe. On Warhead Junction specifically, it could probably be really good, but I don't think it works anywhere but there. Let's see, look at how much damage I didn't do to those. That was an empowered Q2. Blech. I'm at 172 stacks. We're not going super fast. We had a little trouble communicating that I needed to get the waves all by myself, or just get them softened up. But I'm kind of spamming my W too, which is yeah. That's kind of just how I feel about this little build, which sucks because it used to be like way back when Azmo had to take Taste for Blood at level 1 to get these big dunking, you know, mad ass bombs. and he had to take the talent for his laser also that would even let him move. So like you used to have to stand still and chant laser. Sorry, I got distracted. Picked up the gems though. Did some big damage on the enemy team. Uther got away, thank God. But had I been using a different build, I know Azmo got scaled. He got scaled back on his Q. But had I been using Gluttony or Wrath, I probably would have had those 200 stacks by now, and I probably would have been able to take at least 50% more health off of everybody pulled into that combo there. I am gonna lose these gems, so I'm just yelling for my teammate to come pick them up. Cause that's 20 fucking 7. That's okay. Who's gonna live? Yeah, so I don't just this build in general is I think kind of counterintuitive to Azmo, because what it's supposed to do is like it's supposed to incentivize you to use your E a little bit more, but the way you do that is by being in team fights. But the build itself is more focused on, or it's better at pushing, just single lane AFK, run it down pushing, and that's not really. I mean, I played a game of Braxis with this build too, to see if maybe it would work better. And even in a 4-man, it really doesn't feel like this is the most impactful build that you could have. Like, I think I would have had more success with Gluttony. Anyway, back to the task at hand. I know I spent half the video talking about why this build sucks, but here we go. We're at 225. I don't even know if we're going to finish all 400. Big wave there, pretty much hacked up. I should have thrown it at people. I don't know why I threw it at the wave, especially with Nova standing right there. See if I can laser the Stew Cobb. Walk it over to your team. There we go. 600 damage from 1E. Stew Cobb goes down to the Orphea combo. I'm gonna try, yes. When you're using this build, if you're trying to clear waves, make sure you use the laser on the highest health target, so the tether lasts all the way and it gets the explosion. The other talents that we take, the level 4 talent I'm not super sure about. Because I still can't really decide. I think it's Battleborn for the auto attack. Auto attack's decreasing the cooldown of your W, but that's super mana heavy. He's not gonna get away. Yeah, we got it. But in order to try and stop myself from, well, he did, from spamming W as much, sometimes I'll take the double Demon Warrior. Which in and of itself is, yeah, I mean, it helps push the lane, but it doesn't do anything in team fights. And then later on, at 13, we take Sedea's Kiss. Nice. Chomped her to death while she was invisible. Couldn't even watch her die. Q. He's going to live. I'm going to laser Tychus. I'm probably not going to live here. He got all that health back. Anyway. Oh yeah. So 7 is the puddle under your E. 13 is the heal when your E finishes channeling, and then 16 is the further reduced cooldown as well as the slow. And if you complete the channel on E, it's a 45%. I think it's 45% slow. Pretty sure it's 45. So it's pretty fucking nuts. His E does have pretty substantial impact when you get 200 stacks and you can hit level 16. Especially against heroes that don't have mobility. Because when you start channeling the E on them at 16 talent, with the 16 talent, it's like a 15% slow. And then if it finishes, they're done. So, think about that, and in an AoE as well. Actually, I'm not sure if that talent works that way. If you hit multiple people, if the channel slows all of them. Anyway, the pièce de résistance for this build at 20 is Trample, which got buffed really, really, really hard this patch. It went from a 60-second cooldown to a 20-second cooldown. And the ability... Damn. Just trying to get Nova the fuck out of here. Not gonna kill her. I'm gonna throw this the completely wrong way because I'm thinking she's trying to leave, but she's actually still trying to engage. The rest of the map is completely on our side. Like, we're not in any frame of mind where we're worried. So our minion wave middle, again, putting laser on one of the higher health, harder to kill targets, and I'm at 319 stacks and I'm still not killing things with just one globe. Ooh. The fact that I'm still going at 20 is really upsetting. Even with that boss, I mean, that middle camp's going to take the fort. It doesn't take 5 people to take boss. BTW enemy team. You could have had Leo or Artanis go back to clear that to save your keep. But now we just got everything we need on your core, and your web weavers are going to get stuck on the core. I guess to try and clear it, maybe that's what you were thinking. And then the top web weavers are going to push up. I mean, they'll probably get, yeah, they'll get up to the keep because the catapult that was just out there died. But we get the boss clear relatively easily. Got a minion wave, keeps not any fucking danger. I'm just going to keep pitching balls to clear the wave. And like, look how easy it is just to kill this whole objective. Might be dead. Oh, no, there's the Divine Shield. Killed him with the trample. What I really, really would have liked, because I thought it was this way to begin with, but I think this is actually KT Kel'Thuzad's, bye, Kel'Thuzad's level 20. His dash, if you kill somebody, it resets the dash, so you can keep dashing. I wish Trample also did that. But I do like... I don't think Kel'Thuzad's dash damages. So, like, let's take a look at 547 damage and a 60% slow on a 20-second cooldown, plus it's a movement ability. So if you're ever in like a predicament where you gotta clench your butthole and just use those demon farts to travel across the map, you can do that because it's not on a 60-second cooldown anymore. I'm still just trying to get stacks. Like, even at the end of the game, I just want to get the stacks so I don't feel like such a piece of shit. But I couldn't do it. There it is. We're completed. As the rest of my team dies horrible death. The E on him, make him run away. 730 at full channel, plus the damage that we get during the channel, which I cannot actually remember. What is that? 285 damage per second. Per second? Huh. So we're doing about 630-ish damage with this. And then if the channel completes, we're doing another 7. We need to leave. There's Nova. And whoop! I did not need that, but I still appreciate the enthusiasm. Oh, right, no, but back to the damage on the E. So level 22, it's dealing about 12 to 1300 damage full channel, which is respectable, but it is still full channel. So I kind of think with this build, Azmo would benefit way more team comp wise from being on a dive comp. Laser. Just gonna eat through the shield, get him a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot. I could have trampled onto him and queued him. I probably should have done that. He died anyway, so I don't care. Uther's coming back. Try and get another Q. No, no. Empowered Q. There it is. Get him! Get him! The other path that you can take with this build, since your level 1 empowers your E and your W, you can take the talents at... He's gonna dash it. Fuck. But you take the talent at 16 that makes your demons slow and do more damage, and as well at 13, or maybe that's the 13 talent, and at 16 you take the laser. When you finish channeling the laser, it poops out a demon, which I think is pretty mandatory. Ooh, did you see that? Did you see that? He was getting so fucking cheeky that whole time, and we were just like, fuck you! And now we're laughing into space up at the top of the screen with the bear. Anyway, yeah, so there's demon talents that you can take. I don't think that is the way to go, unless you're building for demonic invasion. Which, I don't know, we might give it a shot on a different map. If I get another big, like, fuck it, if I get Warhead Junction or something like that, I'll give demonic invasion a shot. But here's the talents. Agreed at level 1. Level 4, I think I took the extended duration. It's either the extended duration in armor or Battleborn. 7 is the pool, Master of Destruction, pull under the feet of the E target. 10 was it's not called Black Tide anymore. Tide of Sin. Or it used to be called Black Pool. Now it's called Tide of Sin. Nailed it. 13, Sedea's Kiss, the heal and the cooldown reduction on your E. 16 is Sin's Grasp, which is the further cooldown reduction and slow on your E. And then 20 was Trample. It's fun, but it does not have the impact that you will expect it to have. So I think if you have a dive comp, this build can work really well, like say a Nubarak or Greymane, or just someone that can go in and take the focus off of you while you're using your laser to its maximum efficiency. So keep that in the back of your head if you decide to play this in a draft with buddies. I think that is the way to do it. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I know that this was a little long, so I appreciate you hanging in there, and as always, thank you for all the watching and the comments and the kind words. Appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day.